All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you the 50 best niches that you can choose right now to make over $100,000 with KDP in 2022. So my name is Emeka, and welcome to the channel. I just want to help you succeed and kick ass with self-publishing. I've been doing it since 2016, so I know a thing or two about what I'm talking about. But let's dive into it and make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video because I'm going to give you the 50 best niches to start with. Okay. So the very first thing you want to understand when you're choosing your niche, and this is when you mess up what I'm going to talk about, that's usually where most self-publishers fail. So you have to pick something that you have experience on or something you're passionate about. Now, before you get all scared, let me break this down for you. Why do you have to have experience on it? If you're trying to publish and build a business around something that you have no experience in, just stop this whole publishing game. It's just not going to work. Amazon, the marketplace, so many things have changed over the years that you cannot just publish in a random niche and expect to make money on it if you don't know anything about it. You have to have experience. Now, when I say passionate, well, God help you if you say you're passionate about nothing. You need to just do some more soul searching. When I say passionate, I mean like, what are you interested in? What are you excited about? What do you want to learn more about? Those are all of the things that I would say passionate, right? So for example, and I've used examples in books before, right? Or in videos I've done before, like gardening. I like gardening. I don't know how to garden. I don't know the few things about gardening. We planted some herbs in our garden last summer and they died very quickly. I know nothing about gardening, but I really, really, really want to learn. I watched a couple videos and stuff. So bottom line is, I'm not passionate about gardening, but I'm passionate about learning more about gardening because it is something I do want to do. Now, would that be a smart thing for me to go ahead and publish books on? Yes. But Emeka, you have no experience in gardening. Correct. But it's something that I'm actively wanting to learn. I've tried a little bit. I need to learn more about. And so while I'd be doing all my research, I'd be actually learning and I'd be gardening and figuring things out for myself as well, which would make my book better. And I would be kind of learning as I go. So that's what I mean by you have to choose a niche that you're going to be experienced in or you want to be learning about. Yeah, next point. Okay, don't chase money or what's trendy. This is one of the biggest mistakes publishers make. Do not, if you're like, oh, well, I should publish in this niche because the BSRs for the first 6 books on the first page or whatever are under 100,000. That's just, no, that's stupid. That's not how things work anymore. Don't worry about what the BSRs are. They're important, but they're more relevant than you actually understand. And that's okay because of the countless videos that I've made that people make on, the importance of having your bestsellers rank under 100, 200, 300,000. Don't worry about that crap. It's completely irrelevant when you're choosing your niche. It comes into a place a little later down the road in publishing on Amazon. They do play a role, but they're not the deciding factor on whether or not you should be publishing in that niche. And that's what everyone's scared about to mention because they don't have experience with it. Side point. Okay. Will you enjoy talking about this niche to everybody? Look, if you're one of those people who says, well, I don't want to share my book on social media, on my Facebook account because I separate my business and my personal. You're an idiot. And I'm sorry if I offended you. Not really, but that's just stupid. Like, why you're going to put all this time, money, and effort into something, and you're not going to be proud of it? Just because you're making shitty content, right? If you're not going to be proud of something, why do it, right? Like, so yes. The first place you should be, like as soon as you get your book published, the first thing you should be doing, and whether or not you got a pen name on this thing, it doesn't matter. The first thing you should be doing is sharing it on your social media. Hey, check out my new book. Now, the majority of the people that, your friends, family, whatever, are they going to want to be interested in it? Maybe, maybe not. Remember, this book is something that you are interested in, are around. So there's a good chance that they are, because they see you doing that type of whatever all the time. So there's a good chance they want to check it out. But if you're not choosing a niche that you want to tell everybody about, you're choosing the wrong niche. So write out a list of stuff you like. This is like one of the most basic things that I talk about in the program. Just write out a list of stuff you like. Interests, like I said, gardening, scuba diving, off-roading, flying. I'm just listing off things I like. Food, coffee. Why food and coffee? I don't know. Maybe you write it down and it might go into like growing coffee beans or something like that. I don't know. It might kind of branch out into something else. So you write everything down that you like, and then you kind of start doing your research there. That's how you discover niches that you like. Or I'm going to give you, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you 50 of the top niches. So just stick around till the end. Okay, second major point is, are you a customer? You need to be the customer in your niche. If you're not, you're in the wrong niche, right? Ties into the first point we talked about. If you're not a customer in your own niche, you're in the wrong niche. Plain and simple. Oops. You need to know the problems firsthand that your people, your readers are dealing with, because you're dealing with those same problems. That's the only way you can fully understand your customer, right? In business, they say, if you want to sell something, make your customer feel understood. Well, the best way to understand your customer is to understand your customer. Be your customer. You're also going to understand new ones. You know where your customers are going to hang out and how you're going to connect with them. So many people ask, how do I market my book? I don't know. Like, where do you usually talk about that topic that you're talking about? Well, go bring it to them. Marketing your book is easy if you are the customer. You will find more people like you because you're interested in that niche. This isn't hard, guys and girls. This is basic shit, right? It's very, very basic. There's another point I was going to mention on this, but I can't remember, so I'll just keep going. Okay, you'll create a better book, and you will lower the amount of negative reviews it gets if you're the customer, because you're going to see things and understand things that other people won't. I did a whole bunch of books on computer programming, and they're probably my most hated books ever. I hated them. Oh my God, they sucked. Like, not sucked in terms of like they were shitty books. They weren't good books by any means. But just the mental drain that those books took was brutal. It was just horrible because I hated the niche. And yes, I ended up selling those and some other brands that I had for over $200,000. But that's beside the point. Creating it was a nightmare. And I never want to go through that again. And that's one of the reasons I ended up selling that account and starting a new one around, we're doing a road trip book and like a thing designed for kids and stuff, because that's just where we are right now. That's more enjoyable than managing all that other. That's why I cashed out and sold that account, because it was like, I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. I'm going to sell it off, let somebody else deal with it. And we started a new one, and that's what we're doing over here now. So I can't even remember what point I was going to with that. I'm sorry. All right. Stop trying to publish in niches you can't relate to. That's the point I was going to. Just stop. If you're not excited, or if you don't know anything about the niche that you're in, and you're in it because you think there's good money, or even worse, because it has a low BSR. Nope. Okay. Number 3. Larger niche, larger money. It says a large niche, large money. But look, large niches make more money, period. End of story. The bigger the niche, the more income potential there is. That shouldn't be surprising. Niche down and collect a small piece of the pie, right? I used to think, hey, find a small niche where there's no competitor, there's no competition. We'll talk about that in a sec. Where there's no competition, and then just kind of go from there. But no, you got to go into a massive niche. They're easier to make money in. Big niches are easier to make money in than small niches are. way easier, right? So the reason being is in a large niche, you can charge more for your books or programs or whatever when you niche down, yet you're still in a big customer pond or base. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example to break this down for you. This is very, very key to understand, right? And hopefully you'll get this and you'll stop charging 99 cents for your book. Look, finance, money. I can't remember what the name of it on Amazon, but the finance niche, right? Massive niche, absolutely insane. So this would incorporate investing, stocks, crypto, NFTs, anything that makes money on Amazon. So that's the finance niche, massive. Now, worst idea you can possibly have, how to make money on this. Worst idea ever, right? Because that's too generalized. Might as well make a book, how to make money. Like that's how bad of an idea that would be. Here's a much better idea. So you take the finance niche. Why? Because you're into finance. You like investing, you like stocks, you like all of those whatever things. So you're interested in it. So you're like, yeah, I want to make a niche. I want to do a book around that. So what do? Well, we niche down. Then we go into like finance for middle managers, right? So maybe you have experience as a middle manager or something like that, right? I should throw up a picture of Michael Scott. But what happens if you take in the big niche and you've niched it down even smaller? So we took finance and we went down to finance for middle managers now. So what you can do is instead of having a finance book that's all generalized, now you're targeting finance for middle managers. So the information is smaller, it's more concise and more you're targeting that specific type of customer now. Way smaller. So what you can do, you can charge more money for it because it's more specialized, right? This is the beauty of niching down in large markets. Then we go even further. Finance for middle managers in blank space, right? In the retail space, in the food and beverage space, in whatever. You niche it down even further and you can increase your prices even more. And this is one of the tactics that so many publishers overlook. So yeah, but this is like, man, this is one of the reasons I've been able to charge like so much for my books. Yeah, just niche down. Okay. The more specialized you're in, the higher you can charge for your customer. And the more specialized you're in, the higher you can charge for your customer. That's like standard across business and marketing and everything. That's just standard practice. The more niche down and specialized something is, the more it costs. And then 4, be different. Look, see what everyone else is doing and just do something different, plain and simple. Right? Take a look at your competition. What are they doing? What can you do that's going to get the results faster, cheaper, and better for your customer? Because if you can get them results faster, cheaper, and better, they are going to be a customer for life for you. So figure out whatever your competition's doing and then say, okay, what do I have to do to do this faster, better, and cheaper for my customer? Or you interchange, like it might not be cheaper in some cases, it might be whatever, but figure it out and then provide that to your customer through your book. What can you give your audience that your competition won't or can't do, or can't? Let's figure it out, right? Like that's one of the things we're doing with our road trip book. We decided to go really small with the niche, right? We took a big niche, travel, road trip with kids. And now we niched it out a little bit further. We might have got a little too small. We'll see. We'll find out. But now we're going to add an audiobook because nobody else in the space is adding an audiobook in this niche. But then we're not just doing the audiobook. We're incorporating like sounds and games. It's very, very different. You guys will see it. Don't worry. Competition is best for business. Don't be scared of it. Don't look for niches that have no competition. Because if there's no competition, the niche sucks, plain and simple. So I wanted to give you 50 niches to start with. I don't think I have info on this slide. Nope. So 50 niches to start with. So here's where we are at on that. So these are the top 50 niches that you can get started with. So there's going to be a link in the description of this video. Just go ahead, click the link, it'll bring you up to this Google page, and then you can simply go to File, download it whatever way you want, and then boom, you're good to go. Now you can simply just click on whatever link and it's going to bring up different categories and the top 50 books or top 50 niches that you could get started in. And these niches, these are $100,000 business niches right now. So it's up to you to apply everything that you're learning from wherever you're learning anything, whether it's my program or whatever, to use this and to build yourself a business. But I just wanted to make sure you guys have this so you have no excuses to not succeed and not totally kick ass in 2022. Till next time, everybody, I'm out.